haircut and colored. We've been trying to do this color for like 2 months, so hopefully we can get it done this time. And have a meeting after, so it's a busy day, but it is New Year's Eve. So excited. So much to be grateful for and to reflect on in 2025, but let me go get this hair done. Okay, so I parked into our parking spot. Not a good idea because I know that my barber is not, sometimes she's not on time. And so now I'm having to go move the car. I was asking, like, okay, well, they told me, and she said they would not tell me, but they will put the sticker. And if you've ever had that little like sticker put on your car, it's annoying. So I'm gonna move it now just in case they try to put it on there, because when I pulled up, I saw them actually like checking tags and writing things down. So I don't want no problems with them putting something in my car. Now we walk into the car, and I just have been thinking about so much today, like about this year, how it started off, like, well, how the year started off, going through grief. I had a chance to go on a cruise like at the beginning of the year, which was really good for me with everything that was going on. And then to be able to come back to Dallas and just adjust to my new norm. And so as I think about just all the transitions this year, good and bad, the experiences that I had, I think I could have given myself a lot more grace. And I mean that because I went through a lot. And as I sit back and just reflect as I'm getting my hair cut, I'm realizing that. And so sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, we have these expectations that we don't really like give ourselves the grace. We say it like we're self-compassion, grace. It sounds good, but like when I really think about everything I've been through this year, I could have been a lot softer on me. And so for 2026, I need to be able to have check-ins, real check-ins and accountability on how I'm treating myself. So I moved my car and it's cold outside, and so please don't let me get sick. But just as I was thinking about everything this year, it's been a lot, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. And so as you look back over the last 12 months and everything that you experienced, your relationships, friendships, interactions with families, co-workers, like, did you have additional stress or things that added to your plate on top of what you were already putting on your plate, right? Because I'm in a season of like letting go of what society has deemed as success, doing what I want to do, doing what makes me happy. However, there are still so many things that are weaved and tied into all of that that you almost can't avoid. And some of it is just mindset. And so when I think back at everything that happened this year, I'm so grateful because there are so many blessings. But there are moments when you say, I wish I would have done this, wish I would have done that, wish this would have happened. You gotta give yourself some serious grace. And so I think when I go home, maybe not today, but I'm gonna take some time over the next 2 weeks and like write out everything that I'm grateful for 2025, even though it'll be 2026, but to just be aware of all the things that went very well, and reflect on that and go into 2026 with this mindset of like, life be lifing. It's a lot, regardless of however you may have, however you are financially, if you have a family, it is a lot. And there's so much that I gotta give myself grace for, because I'm in such a major life transition, and I still am, and I probably will be for the next few years. And I'm thinking like everything is supposed to be in a snap change, even though you don't say it. As I reflect, it's like, man, I was thinking it and moving that way. And so even if you haven't left a job, even if you haven't experienced grief, a major loss of a parent, ask yourself, like, when you look back at 2025, did you do the same thing to yourself? And even though by the time you see this video, will be in 2026, take some time and reflect. We got to be kind to ourselves. And it's cliche, but we are our own worst critic. And as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, you thought you did better than what you were, and you didn't. And giving myself compassion right now to say you know, you're aware, and you get the opportunity to do better in 2026. And that's what I am going to reflect on over the next 2 weeks. Alright, so I am coming from getting my hair colored, and I'm gonna get a better like photo and video later. But she asked did I like it, and I am so weird about my hair. Even when I had hair, when I would get sew-ins, when I would get natural hairstyles, protective styles, even my wigs, sometimes I'd be like, it gotta grow on me. So definitely think this has to grow on me. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, so I'll say that. But it's a new year, fresh start, new beginnings, and so me getting my hair color actually, I don't know, feels very fitting. I remember when I cut my hair, my friend was like, when a woman cuts her hair, that means that she is ready for new and big things. And I cut my hair, I think that was August or September 2022. And so it's been 3 years, but I don't know, something about the color just feels very liberating, but then also just carefree. And so anyway, I have to head home, finish wrapping up my 2026 goals meeting for my business trips. If you are a traveler, want to travel, afraid to travel, looking for community, I'm hosting 2 trips next year. This year to the 2026 when this comes up. Bali in June and Italy in August, around Labor Day weekend. So we would love to have you if you're interested. A little promo there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna like it. Just need a little bit of time. But hey, I'm all for trying new things in this season, and so this is definitely one. All right, so I have my makeup done, and I am getting ready to go to dinner. I was invited to a New Year's Eve party, and we just dropped the ball on confirming, was it going to get a table, getting tickets, and so initially that was my plan, like over the summer, but I just didn't follow through. So my friend asked me today. I'm not prepared. I literally would have to go to the mall, and it is now like 4:45, trying to get to the mall, find something to wear, trying to find shoes. I wouldn't have no time. I would prefer to have my makeup done by a makeup artist if I was going to go to a New Year's Eve party. So I'm just going to grab some dinner and then come on back. But I was talking about leaving my hair appointment, just thinking about 2025, and having this thought process and this mindset that like I was giving myself grace, I was being compassionate, and like I know that I chose myself, but I think in 2026 I really need to make sure that I understand what being kind to myself is as well. I'll be 40 in May, and so I see people all the time talking about like their not even major milestone birthdays. So it could be 40, it could be 50, it could be 30s, 35, and they question where they are in life and really being really sad because the timeline doesn't look like what they thought it would look like, whether that is when they were children, teenagers, got out of college, or whatever. It hurts, and for some it can be very sad because you're not where you want to be. And so it's a reminder that like the timeline of things that we've been kind of conditioned to have or to do or accomplish is not a one size fit all. It really is based on you and your life and what you desire and what you truly want. And so as I'm going through this major transition, losing my dad, walking away from an 18-year career with one company, a company I started with when I was a junior in college, navigating, I'm a homeowner, so you got all the things that come with maintaining a home, maintaining a business, getting a new job, trying to get acclimated with that. It was just a lot. And so while I was fully aware of being blessed and grateful, the reality is, one, I probably didn't sit in some things as long as I should have, which I think that I can acknowledge that. And then two, I think I just kind of glossed over the situation. I'm a huge fan of celebrating yourself and celebrating the small and the big wins. But, thinking back, it's like on to the next thing. And not to say that I'm in a situation I'm burning myself out, but, this particular semester has been really busy. And it's uniquely busy. So this will not be, I won't experience like the same routine and schedule and things moving forward. But, I was trying to get things done. I'm used to working in environments where we're go, go, go. And even though I had the flexibility in my schedule and I had, a lot of freedom to do things, maintaining, my availability and get my work done, it's still, when I think just sitting back at the barbershop and thinking about it, just a lot of opportunities I missed to just give myself some grace and slow down even more. I have to say that has come to my mind. The last week or so has been really busy. My plan for this break was to make sure all my classes, my shelves were ready, finish up this project. And then my sister came in town, her and her fiance. I do not regret them being here. I had an amazing time. That was his first time being in Texas. So I felt like we did a lot of things that he enjoyed, my sister enjoyed. And so it didn't necessarily look like what I wanted it to look like. And I'm talking about just even going into this week. And so I'm not beating myself up about it, but I'm like, okay, you know what you need to get done. But then also think about the last 4 months I had, and this accepting like you're on a winter break. I haven't had a winter break since I was in college and, undergrad. And so understanding like what a winter break actually is, it's a break. And having the grace enough to say like, it's okay to have your winter break. And then you'll go back next week and then you can do some things, whatever you don't get done now. And so just sitting at the barbershop really helped me put some things together that I know for 2026, I want to be intentional about. I definitely can do a vision board. But for anybody who is reflecting on 2025, even though this is going up in 2026, think about ways you could have slowed down more. Because we are so conditioned to go, go, go. And you're talking to somebody who I can say, like, I slowed down. Like, I slowed down a lot based on what I am known to do. And I still can recognize I could have slowed down more. And not to a point where you're not productive, a point where you can embrace the moment more, a point where you can be present more, and a point where you can just give yourself an opportunity to do it at a pace that's reasonable for you, that is realistic, that makes you feel good. And so that's definitely something that I've just been thinking about. And so somebody gave me an idea about audio journaling, which I have talked about audio journaling on this channel before. So I'm definitely going to do that going into 2026, especially considering the fact that I'll be 40 in May. And there's a lot of things that I'm not trying to put more on my plate. But as I reflect on my life and 40 and leading up to 40, like, I want to make sure that I do some things that I haven't done. And that doesn't mean spending a whole bunch of money. So I want to be clear about that. So yeah, I just had to wrap that up. But I am dressed. Well, I know what I'm going to wear. So I'm going to iron that, get ready to head out, be out for about an hour, hour and a half, not too long, come home. I'm going to watch church service online. And so I'm going to stream that and kind of just enjoy the rest of my New Year's Eve. I am so grateful for 2025 and beyond blessed, and I cannot wait to see what God has in store for me for 2026. so I am back from dinner, and dinner was good. I ended up going to True Lux. I wanted to go to Eddie V's because I was craving their crab cakes and their Caesar salad, but when I called them, the bar was full, and so I went to True Lux. I called them too before just to check, and they said they had like a few seats available, and I was able to walk right in and get a booth that was facing the bar. And so had dinner there. They didn't have the crab cake. They didn't have crab cakes. They had like a special menu for the holiday, and so I ended up having a jalapeno salmon. When I tell you, when I tell you, the chefs were kissing. That salmon was so good, and so I had that. Had a drink and then came on home, and so I am gonna get ready now to watch church service, the 10 o'clock service, and call it a night. But I am so happy that I decided to go out. I know there was like some other plans, but I just wasn't prepared for one, and then also the other one, I just want to kind of chill out and not be out too late. So this allowed me to go just have dinner, and bring it on back home, which I am now. So I thought it was fun. But I have to say, like, me and Lisa have been accountability partners now for about, I think, a year and a half. I could be stretching it, but I know it's been at least for a year. But I definitely feel like it was before 2025. I think we became more consistent, maybe like May, maybe April, May, just like holding ourselves accountable as two single women who are not necessarily looking to like go out and find a husband or a partner, but like just to get out the house more. That's like our goal. And so like we communicated and both went out tonight, holding each other accountable, but not just now, just throughout the year. And I think that's so important for us as women, that it's so easy to get caught up in being home, coming straight home from work, or only making time for certain responsibilities. But like, what about taking care of yourself? What about going out? And the conversation Lisa and I have all the time is not even like tonight we both went out to dinner and we both got dressed up, we did our makeup, we ended up wearing the same colors, which was so funny because we didn't plan that. We ended up having the same clothes on tonight. But a lot of times we just talk about going to a coffee shop, just getting out of the house, doing some work at a coffee shop, and that's that. And so I would say that, like, as women that are single, just single, and you are in, and you know what? I can't just say single, but I'm going to speak to the single women. But women who just get into the routine of doing the same thing every day, every week, every month. We have these excuses of not being able to get out. I'm talking and preaching to myself, and this is where the accountability comes in. Sometimes Lisa is able to encourage me like, no, you should go out. I'm able to do the same. And so it's been really helpful to hold us accountable to just say, let's get out the house and do something different. Let's change up the scenery. And so tonight was such a perfect night to wrap that up, right? Like, you're talking about us, both of us getting out more and doing things. And then the last day of the year, we both went out, encouraged one another. It's been a long week, right? Coming off of the Christmas holiday. We're both business owners. We both, create content. And so there's so many things that could have been a distraction to say, you know what, I'm just going to go home and go to sleep. Or I'm just going to put on some pajamas and hang out. But we both kind of just push one another to get out. And so I would encourage anyone watching this, find that accountability partner. And it's not just about even working out. You want to have somebody that encourages you to, be the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And so if I can end off anything about one thing that I am super grateful for, that we are about to wrap up 2025, is just having this accountability relationship, because I've seen so much growth in myself, and I've seen how my healing journey, my self-care journey is showing up in me being intentional about this. And so I definitely would encourage anyone to do the same. Lisa and I don't know each other well. She's not a best friend. She's not somebody I went to school with. She's actually somebody I met through YouTube. How crazy is that? But like, the accountability is so genuine and truly wanting to see the best for both of ourselves. Like, yes, you should do it. I think you should, you know, compliments, love this, love that. Yeah, I think that's great. It's just such positive energy that I wish that for everyone. I'm about to get myself ready to watch church, and the next time I'll see you, it will be officially 2026. It is January 2nd, and I am headed to get my makeup done for my photo shoot. It's been a morning, but wanted to do this photo shoot to kind of like go into the new year, especially because this photographer captured after I left corporate. So this is a good opportunity to wrap it up. All right, so makeup is done. Let's see. What do you think? I am about to head out, meet the photographer to get our photo shoot done, but do you like the makeup? I think the makeup really brings out the hair, and so it's, oh, I got my nails done. Makeup really helps bring out the hair, and so I think it makes it pop, and it is definitely making me love it more. So let's head to the photo shoot. We found this really cute shooting area, and so we're gonna get some shots here. It's called Thanksgiving Square, downtown Dallas. I don't live close to downtown Dallas, never lived in downtown. It's a goal of mine, is to live down here where you can just like walk to everything. But this is a cute little photo spot. Oh, that's so cute. Y'all look. Let's do it. Got some really good footage. Lizzie, girl, you are the best photographer in Dallas. I'm gonna hype you up. She ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. She's the best.
Down that way to down there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Like those silver columns. Oh, the stairs. Those stairs. Is there stairs down there?
yes, there are stairs down there, but you see where that man is?
Uh-huh.
If you keep walking that way, oh, there is, okay, straight ahead, yes, stairs, probably right there.
Okay. We've actually did a photo shoot out here 3 years ago? 4 years ago. Yeah, it might have been 4 years ago. And I was staying at the Hall Art Hotel. I had a big hair, so completely different look, but the photos are she know what she doing. That's all it is. We have been shooting for about 4 hours, and I think we are finally done. We got some good shots. Now listen, we done found, like, well, we done found, she knew about this, but there's like this whole there's like this whole, what is this called, like a theater, like a stage area, and so like we done been everywhere in this area. So I think we finally gonna get something to eat, but we definitely got the money shot.